Hey there, welcome to my first official video. Today I wanted to give my thoughts on the why nobody wants to work anymore trend. And there are these two quotes that I remember seeing during that time, and the first one was, why aren't companies hiring? And basically I'm sure that those of us who have been on that scene before know exactly how it goes, that we see all these jobs on Indeed, or when we're out and about, we see all these help wanted signs, but yet when we go to the websites, apply for these jobs, you hardly, if ever, hear back. Part of me agrees with the statement that people are trying to make it seem like the unemployment rate isn't as bad as it is. I believe it was like 4 point something, but let's be honest, it's at least double that. And that's before you get to people who are, don't have a job and aren't out of the workforce, if you will, because that's a separate category on itself. Or I can definitely relate to the fact that sometimes whenever you go through the interview and whatnot, you don't. Now, I know that I'm not always going to get it, but I can definitely feel what it feels like to be bamboozled by an employer. I remember about 2 years ago, per se, I applied to be a dishwasher at Applebee's, and I remember basically when I went in for my interview, he asked me basic questions like, how much experience do I have? Where did I hear about them from? What position did I apply for? And I remember he told me at one point that they already had a dishwasher, but that things probably weren't going to work out. And so, essentially, he thanked me he said he would reach out to me if they needed me, which obviously never happened. And basically, we thanked each other for our time, even though I felt bamboozled by them, basically. And if there's anything I remember, was seeing this video one time where this one dude actually did an experiment where it was 2 jobs for 30 days, basically. And out of those 60, I believe only 1 or 2, maybe 3 at most, reached out to him. But something that I have been hearing about is that fake jobs, ghost jobs, stuff of that nature is becoming more and more common on places like Indeed. But my way of determining whether the job position is real or not is if the place you applied to reaches out to you, not you reaching out to them, but if they reach out to you. And basically, if they reach out to schedule an interview or whatnot, that's how it's real. And something that I've learned is that it doesn't always happen instantaneous, is that sometimes it'll take them a day or two, and that's alright. But whenever I see that email, whenever I see that rejection email, it does frustrate me a bit, but I'm not necessarily mad about it, especially if I had a good conversation with the interviewer, because I know that it's not completely in their control whether you get the position or not. But I remember this one video I saw where the dude shared his experience applying as a caregiver, I believe it was. When he shared with us the story about it happening, I saw this one comment on the video where basically he said, just go into, get off Indeed and go in and apply. And the dude who created the video said that he does walk in, and that 9 times out of 10 they'll tell you to apply online. Which, personally, if I see a hiring sign, I'll just simply go on Indeed, because as we all know, for the most part with Indeed, they have the job listings, but for the most part it will tell you to give you a little link to go to the company's website, and then once you click the link, it takes you to the company's website and you can apply on there. So really, it would be just an easier way to do it rather than going to different websites in your searches. And the thing about is, you know, for the most part, you would have to create your own account on these companies' websites, so you'd have a trail of ghost accounts that you'd probably only use once or twice and never touch it again. But yeah, that's how it is. And then the second quote I remember seeing was, "People don't want to be slaves anymore." And I'll agree with that. That basically many people are just so fed up with how the job market is right now and whatnot, that we're basically going to walk away and find our own ways to make money by looking up ways to make alternative income and whatnot, ways to make money online. And from my perspective, at least, I'm sure that entrepreneurship will probably become more and more common as the years go by, and that digital nomads also will become more and more common. But that's all I really wanted to say for today. And until I see you guys next time, take care.